So I just want to make a video on Rivian because Rivian plans the IPO, and I just kind of want to compare them to Lordstown. So Rivian, what this truck, in my opinion, doesn't look that pretty. It looks like a Lordstown motor truck, but I don't really like how the headlights are. That's just me personally, my opinion. Everyone knows that, yeah, they're backed by Amazon. Amazon put billions and billions of dollars into the company, and when they IPO, they're gonna IPO at an valuation of $80 billion. You gotta remember that when you have an evaluation of $80 billion, you have to have somebody holding that kind of money. Like Amazon would hold a big chunk of it, that $80 billion, and it would be, more companies. And if Amazon was to, let's say, or some big investor was to sell out of their stock, they would need somebody to sell it to. So just be careful about the IPO of Rivian. If you buy into it, somebody on the opposite side is selling you those shares so they can get out of those shares. And in order for Rivian, for you to make some serious coin off of Rivian stock, it has to go to like $160 billion. It would have to double its valuation for you to double your money. And that sounds a little ridiculous for $160 billion for a company that makes zero cars at the moment. Will Rivian make some trucks eventually? Yeah, probably. I mean, there's probably going to be some Rivian trucks out there. Is it going to be better than the Cybertruck? Probably not. Is it going to compete with the Cybertruck? Probably. Is it going to be better than the Lordstown endurance truck? Most likely. But is it going to be, the Lordstown endurance truck is definitely cheaper than the Rivian. So the Rivian, it might be like $30,000, like $10 to $20 to $30,000 more than the endurance truck. But is that price difference with the performance difference worth it? That's just how I look at that. But at the end of the day, stocks are worth as much as the market is willing to pump. So if rich people decide to come in, or retail investors, or the general public or wherever decides to buy the Rivian IPO and pump it to $90 billion or $100 billion, it is what it is. Personally, I think if Rivian launches at an $80 billion IPO, I'd probably be, I don't short stocks, but I would, if I was a, big money manager, I'd probably play the opposite end of the IPO, and I would gamble that it's going to go down. But who knows, at the end of the day, I'm not a money manager, and I don't know what the market is going to do, but I think that $80 billion for a company that makes zero trucks. I mean, yeah, eventually they'll make a truck. Maybe they'll make 1,000 trucks, or maybe they'll make 100,000 trucks, but that's going to take a while. And they've been delayed multiple times, and they have a lot of money on their balance sheet because of Amazon. But at the same time, they also have a lot of competition. They have Ford, they have Tesla, they have GM, they have Toyota. There's going to be so many different companies in the future that's going to be making electric trucks nobody's going to beat Tesla. Nobody's going to beat Tesla. Tesla's going to have the best technologies. They're going to have the best batteries. They're going to have the best self-driving technology. It's just, it makes no sense for you to buy a Rivian truck over a Cybertruck. That's my opinion. But Lordstown is a little different of a story. Instead of an $80 billion valuation, it's valued at $1.16 billion at the moment. and if it goes lower, it'll be valued at $1 billion. So if it was to, like, let's say double and go to like $2 billion, would that sound ridiculously overvalued? Or let's say $10 billion, would that sound ridiculously overvalued compared to Rivian? Or hell, if it went to an $80 billion valuation and people in the market make 80 times the money at a valuation of $1 billion. But again, as the stock price goes up, the company is going to issue more shares. So it won't be 80, but if they ever made it to an $80 billion valuation, it'd be like at least a 10x return on investment, if not more. So my opinion only. At the end of the day, only time will tell where Lordstown will go. I mean, it could be Lordstown, and they could completely fail, and the stock could go to zero, but the risk versus reward is pretty high for Lordstown, in my opinion. Anyways, thanks for watching. I don't really have too much to say, but that's my 2 cents on the whole subject. And have a great day. Bye.